President Donald Trump called New York Times columnist Bret Stephens a tough guy after he deactivated his Twitter account Tuesday. Mark Wilson, Getty Images. President Donald Trump on Wednesday doubled down on his mockery of conservative New York Times columnist Bret Stephens, sarcastically ribbing the journalist as a tough guy for deactivating his Twitter account after he was criticized by a college professor. The infestation of bedbugs at the New York Times office at OAN was perhaps brought in by lightweight journalist Bret Stephens, a conservative who does anything that his bosses at the paper tell him to do. Trump wrote on Twitter, mentioning the handle for the right-wing One America News Network. Story continued below. He is now quitting Twitter after being called a bedbug. Tough guy, Trump continued. After David E. Karpf, an associate professor of media and public affairs at the George Washington University, likened Stephens to a bedbug in a tweet on Monday, Stephens admonished Karpf in an email and copied his university provost on the correspondence. "I'm often amazed about the things supposedly decent people are prepared to say about other people they've never met, on Twitter. I think you've set a new standard," Stephens wrote, according to a copy of the message Karpf posted to Twitter. "I would welcome the opportunity for you to come to my home, meet my wife and kids, talk to us for a few minutes, and then call me a bedbug to my face," Stephens wrote. "That would take some genuine courage and intellectual integrity on your part." As viral taunting of Stephens for his reaction to the seemingly innocuous criticism intensified, the columnist on Tuesday announced he would be leaving Twitter, calling the social media platform a sewer that brings out the worst in humanity. Addressing the controversy on MSNBC on Tuesday, Stephens asserted that there's a bad history of being analogized to insects that goes back to a lot of totalitarian regimes in the past. Slate on Monday published a leaked internal email warning Times employees about evidence of bedbugs in the paper's offices. The biting insects made an appearance in another media narrative this week after the president promoted his Trump National Doral Miami resort as a potential location for next year's G7 summit of world leaders. A 2016 lawsuit claimed a room in the Doral's Jack Nicklaus villa had a bedbug infestation, and Trump has sought to defend his property from the accusation on Twitter this week. "A made-up radical left story about Doral bedbugs, but Bret Stephens is loaded up with them," Trump tweeted Tuesday night. "Been calling me wrong for years, along with the few remaining never-Trumpers, all losers." This article tagged under, "Missing out on the latest scoops." Sign up for Politico Playbook and get the latest news every morning in your inbox. Show comments. Let's block ads. Why?